Hey folks, in this video I want to show you my process for colour correcting and colour grading. In my recent short film, By Bob, I was going for a natural look, and so I shot in Slog2. I used an input LUT to go from Slog2 to Rec 709 for the colour correcting process, as well as using Premiere's Lumetri panel. And then for the final look I used FilmConvert. So I want to take you through and show you the entire process using Premiere Pro. So I'm going to head over to Premiere and show you what I did. This is my Slog2 footage. The first thing that I'm going to do is add a new adjustment layer. So I'm going to go to my project window and go to New Item, Adjustment Layer. And I'm going to drag that adjustment layer onto my timeline, rename it to Correct, and I'm going to duplicate it by holding Alt, clicking and dragging up to the new layer, also renaming it, calling this one Grade. Next, I'm going to make sure the first layer, Correct, is selected. Head over to my colour workspace, and this is where I'm going to apply an input LUT. So I'm going to go to Basic Correction, select one of my input LUTs. I'm going to just go for this one. And what an input LUT does is basically changes your footage from one colour space to another. So I shot in Slog2 and I want my footage to have a standardized Rec 709 look, so it brings up the contrast and it brings up the saturation back to what is most normal to what we actually see. The next thing that I do is just do various other tweaks, so bringing in the highlights because they're a little bit harsh on the pillows here. And I also don't like my blacks to be too black either. So I just bring those down, and same thing goes for the whites. So I just use my RGB curves to do that. So I could leave the footage as it is now. I think it looks okay, but in order to give it a certain film look, that's when we apply a grade. So I select my grade layer, go to Effects, and I'm going to type in FilmConvert because I've already downloaded it, and just drag that onto my grade adjustment layer. So making sure the grade layer is selected, you'll see FilmConvert over here in your effects control. And I'm going to go to Camera Settings and find the Sony a7S II because that's what I shot on. And for my picture profile, I'm actually going to select ITU709, which is basically Rec 709 Pro. So that'll match up the colours really well with the input LUT that I applied to the correct layer. The next thing I'm going to do is go into my film settings in FilmConvert and remove the grain because I don't like having grain on my footage. And then it's just about playing around with the different film looks. So for this film I used FJ8543VD because it has a softer tone to it. I also bring the film colour down to about 80%, and I'm also just going to bring the highlights down a touch more. So they don't look so blown out. The next thing I did was apply a little bit more warmth in the temperature for the white balance, and also just via the midtones in the colour wheels. And that was pretty much all I did. So I'll just show you before and after. This is the Slog2 footage. This is the Slog2 footage with the input LUT applied, and then finally graded with FilmConvert. So that's it. That was pretty much my process for grading my short film. If you found this video useful, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, then subscribe. I will put the links down below in the description so that you can find different input LUTs and try them out on your own footage. But I guess I'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.